Hi, I'm Jimmy. Welcome back to another on-the-road video with ApplianceVideo.com.
Stop! Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water.
Okay, today what we're going to do is replace a bearing on a Cabrio style washer. Tools needed for this repair is a 7/16 socket, a 3/8 socket, a pair of adjustable pliers, a sledgehammer, there's a special bearing tool, and also a 1/4 inch Allen wrench. What we're going to do is first I want to tape the lid down so that way it doesn't pop up on you. And then there's 2 clips in the front. You want to get a putty knife in there and raise up on it. Tip the lid up. Okay, we're going to take the hose clamp off using a pair of hose clamp pliers. Okay, we're going to remove the close guard. I usually push down on it and then flex the plastic. Okay, we're going to take the cap off. Then we're going to take the 7/16 screw out to remove the agitator plate. Then you just lift up on the agitator plate. Okay, we're going to remove the agitator plate. Okay, then we're going to lift up on the tub to remove it. Okay, I tipped the unit back so I can have access to the lower components. I'm going to first remove the stator cover. You hold it and then just turn the nut. And then just remove it. I'm going to remove the 4 3/8 screws holding the stator on. Put that off to the side. Okay, I'm going to remove the shaft from the tub. Okay, I'm going to tip the machine back up so I can remove the shaft the rest of the way. Okay, I'm going to remove the shaft. Okay, so we're going to remove the bearing with we have the bearing removal rod. What you do is you put it in until you hit the lip of the bearing. And then you just hit it back and forth until it pops out. Okay, we're going to tip the unit back so I can get the upper bearing out. Okay, so now I'm going to take the bearing rod and remove the upper bearing now. Same procedure as I did for the lower. Okay, so this is the bearing inserter tool. What you're going to do is take it all apart. And then you put the new bearings on it to be pressed in. Okay, so with the tool disassembled, I'm going to put the upper bearing on the tool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to insert the tool into the tub. And then what we're going to do is go from underneath and assemble the rest of the tool to insert the bearings. You know, there's a weep hole in here that you definitely want to make sure that your bearing, where the bearing goes, is going to be nice and clean. Okay, I'm going to insert the new bearing on the tool, and I'm going to make sure that the bar hits the pump sump, because in that way, when I start tightening it up, it will keep that from moving. Now I'm going to tip it back up again and go from the bottom to put the lower bearing in. We're going to take the bearing itself, put it on the bottom of the tool. Then you put your spacer, or the washer first, then the spacer. Now we're going to slide it up and reassemble the rest of the tool. We're going to slide it on the tool. Okay, we're going to reassemble the rest of the tool. We're going to put the spacer, then the washer, put the tool in with the bearing on it. So basically we're just going to tighten this down. You don't need to really crank on it. You want to make sure that you just get it just tight, and then maybe just a little bit more, and then back it off, because you can bind up the bearings inside the tub and then you'd have to remove them again. And now we're going to remove the bearing tool from the top and then put the shaft in. So we're going to remove the bearing tool. So now we're going to slide the shaft down. Make sure that it spins nice and free. We're going to insert the seal, but before you do, you need to put the grease in it. You don't want to go too crazy with how much you put in. You just put it around the edges right here. And then what you use is the other part of the tool. You just push the seal down, and then you take the tool and then you just press it in. Okay, now we're going to put the tub back in. Okay, and sometimes you gotta pick it up and drop it just to get it to stay on the shaft, or on the splines of the shaft right there. Okay, so then now we're going to put the close guard back on. It only fits one way, so you can't mess it up, and all you do is just put it in place and then push down, making sure all the pieces are snapped into place. Then we're going to put the recirculating hose back on. Followed by the agitator plate. And then the agitator cap. And then we're going to close the lid. We're done with what we have to do up at top. And now we're going to go back in the bottom and put the stator assembly back in. Okay, so now we're going to put the retaining nut on. Okay, we're going to put the stator cover back up, followed with the stator. There are the 4 3/8 screws that we've removed before. Put the wiring harnesses back into place, make sure that they don't hit the stator cover. And then finally the stator plate goes on. And that completes the repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.